Hello, I'm Chris from Proudhouse Property Management, and today I want to talk a little bit about light bulbs. It's not unusual for us to have reports of maintenance requests from tenants sent to us because they say that the light bulbs are frequently blowing in the house and that there must be something wrong with the electricity. Number one on my list is cheap light fittings. I would strongly advise that you don't buy value light fitting. Old style incandescent light bulbs, if you're still using those, buying the cheap fittings, they do tend to blow. And when they do blow, they'll often trip the circuit breaker as well, which again can make some tenants think there's a problem with the electrical circuit. Actually, it's just the cheap light bulb blowing, creating an instantaneous short circuit very briefly, which trips the circuit breaker. So avoid value light bulbs if you can. Second problem that we have, it's quite common, is for dimmable light bulbs to be required, but actually non-dimmable light bulbs are purchased. If you look at this video that I'm just showing now, you'll see in one of these light fittings we've got a dimmable light bulb, and in the other fitting we've got a non-dimmable bulb. And as we dim the light down, you can see that the dimmable one is responding correctly and the non-dimmable one is not really responding, it's not really dimming properly and it's not very responsive. Won't bore you with the details, suffice to say a dimmer switch works by rapidly turning the light on and off, so rapidly that you can't perceive the light being turned on and off. Actually what you see is the light getting dimmer. If the light bulb is not designed for a dimmer, then it doesn't respond correctly and the life of that light bulb will be shortened quite drastically. Third common issue is if you have recently replaced some spotlights, for example with this type of fitting, which we call an MR16 fitting. If you have replaced your old incandescent light fittings, the ones that get very hot, and you've replaced them with LEDs, well, these demand a lot less power, and they're driven by a transformer which is normally concealed in the ceiling void. That transformer would have been matched to the previous power demand of the old light fittings that you've just replaced. You've put in much more efficient LED ones, which therefore means the transformer is not correctly rated for the new light fittings that you've put in, and then the transformer has problems. Either it will work intermittently or it will stop working altogether. So more a technical issue, that one, and the transformer will need to be replaced by an electrician. If you want to replace these, just let us know and we can make sure that we can advise you correctly. Fourth, and probably the easiest issue to resolve when it comes to light bulbs and ensuring reliability and so on, is to wear a pair of gloves. Especially with the old incandescent bulbs, the old GU10 bulbs, which have got a light fitting like that on. The surface of these is very sensitive to grease and dirt from your fingers. And if you transfer grease and dirt onto the light fitting, again, that can shorten the life of the fitting. As it gets hot, I think it gets uneven heat distribution and so on, and it will knacker the bulb. So just put a pair of gloves on before you change the light bulbs. You'd think it was easy. Once upon a time, all light bulbs looked like this, but unfortunately, we now have a complete array of different sorts of light bulbs, and it's hardly surprising really that people have problems. If you've got any further queries, we're more than happy to advise, and just give us a call. Okay, thanks very much.